The Sunshine Development Tour East Africa Swing Series is the gift that keeps on giving. This time, the tour would be out in the Central Highlands for a double header for the 7th and 8th legs of the series. Located within a 25-kilometer radius, Vetlab and Limuru would be the perfect hosts for two Betika Masters events. Both clubs share similar heritage, legacy, and history.
The similarities between Limuru and Vetlab are very close because you find that the settlers coming to this area where we're in the Central Highlands, one thing that is around us is agriculture. Now, in between agriculture, there could be waiting times. So let's say you've had your plants and you've had your cows. Now, in between, when say you're waiting for them to grow or you're waiting for your animals to get to age where they can sell them for beef, what do you do with your time? So the settlers, they want to have a good waste of time, as I like to call it, which is spend some time together, talking to their friends and getting to know each other. So the game of golf must have been their best waste of time.
Vetlab was started by a group of veterinarians who had moved to this area. This is the area where the colonial government had set up for veterinary services, research, and because it was supposed to be an agricultural country with a lot of livestock farming. So the veterinarians came and decided to start a golf course here. Initially started with just 3 holes, and then with time it grew to the 9 holes. It was 9 holes for a long time until through our late former president Moi Kibaki, we were able to secure land for the second 9. So now we are 18-hole championship golf course with a 102-year history.
These two clubs have also been able to accommodate amateur golfers to grow up to the levels that they are in as professional golfers. In fact, if you look at the numbers of where the professional golfers have come from, majority of them actually were accommodated at Vetlab, and those who are coming from around this area actually were able to develop from junior levels now to amateur level, and some of them have actually turned into professional golf.
The most unique thing about our golf course is the length. We have 3 of the longest par 5s I've ever played in this country. We also have some very long par 4s, and that is what makes the club unique. Also, our club is known for very quick greens that are very difficult to play. For guys who come here to play for the first time, they really, really struggle. If you ask the pros who've played the last 3 days, the game was on the green. The ones who are able to putt well did well during the competition.
Day 1 of the action at Vetlab would see Greg Snow make a great start, picking up 4 birdies in his last 9 holes for a 4 under par 68 score in the opening round.
Slow start, couple of mistakes first couple of holes, but finally got into some momentum. Going to the end of the front 9, picked up a few birdies. Felt like I hit the ball well that last 6 holes on my front 9. Coming into the front, my back 9 struggled a bit off the tee, but I scored. I held some great putts coming in and finished with a 4 under par score.
Behind Snow was a 4-way tie for second place with the Kefogo brothers Njoroge and Mutahi, as well as Celestine Sazuera and Kasango Grace, all on 2 under.
I played well today. Apart from par 3s, I played the golf course brilliant. I just bogeyed every par 3. But apart from that, I did everything I wanted to do. I'm happy with myself and my round. I'm slowly improving, slowly coming back, and yeah, it's showing good signs. Yeah.
What would you say if I told you that there's a family in Kenya that has 4 golfers and the average of their handicap is 0? Yes, I'm talking about the Sheges, who form a big part of the Sunshine Development Tour East Africa Swing. Why? Because the 2 brothers are key participants in this one, and we get to talk to the elder one, the man who is known as CJ Wangai. CJ, your family is unique in terms of golf. Tell us a bit about it. How did it start? How come your family has been so successful in this sport?
So we come from a place called Njoro, and we learned our golf at Limuru Country Club. This is probably one of the oldest golf clubs in Kenya. having started at 1901. Of course, launched at 1906. And my grandfather was employed at the golf club then, and that's how we were able to access the club. So golf was our childhood game. So we grew up with it, started playing at a very early age of probably 5, 6, 7 years. And that's where we are at the moment, because that's where we started, and we've grown all the way up to where we are.
Your father introduced you to it. Tell us a bit about him. How did he get involved in it? Does he still play?
Yes, so my father is one who introduced myself and my siblings to the game. He's 65 years old. His current index, in fact, it's 4.0 as we speak today. And he's one who has guided us through all our life in terms of golf. He's one who showed us how to hold the club itself, how to hit the ball, how to behave even on the golf course. Yeah, so the farthest we've gone, it is courtesy of our dad. So there was a past KGU chairman, Mr. Anthony Mohoro, who is, of course, resides in Nakuru. He's the one who picked me up from Joro and brought me to Kenya Railway Golf Club. This is in the year 2010. When I entered there, I was given a job titled as a golf administrator, but nobody knew that I could play golf. So we agreed that I'll be able to work, I'll do the job, but I'll never play golf first, because the other members don't know that I play golf. So on one Sunday, I still remember, we had a league match, an inter-club event that we call league matches, what was happening between Kiambu Golf Club and Railway Golf Club. And fortunately or unfortunately, one of the players from Railway Golf Club never showed up. He had a long Saturday, a long weekend. So at that time, Bon Anthony decided, why do we have to send our one player? Can we have this guy go? And he convinced the other members. The other members said, oh, does this guy play golf? So they agreed, fortunately. So I was able to play golf after 6 months working. Without practice, that particular day, I played the best golf I could have played in that time. I don't know how, what happened. So the guy I was given as my partner is the one who, after the game, now started asking me, who are you? Where did you learn to play this thing? You're playing so good. Yeah. And believe you me, that Sunday afternoon, I was given an honorary membership at Kenya Railway Golf Club. So my two brothers, of course, because I came and I excelled, so they followed the same route. So my brother Joroge came in, but he went to Nanyuki Sports Club. But eventually, after staying a lot at Nanyuki Sports Club, then we were able to move him to Railway Golf Club. So he's been at Railway Golf Club through all his amateur. He became the top amateur in the country. He was able to represent Kenya in a number of events. Then he upgraded to professional, who now, as we speak now, is still at Railway. But then, of course, because I had come earlier to Nairobi, his path was very easy, because I could open up, I could talk to guys who would be able to bring him to Nairobi very easily. I did the hard job.
So even easier for the youngest one then?
Currently, yes. Even the young one now is already at Railway Golf Club. Yeah, and he's eyeing, of course, to being a pro probably in the next 3 or 4 years. And he's doing well. My dad spends most of his time at the golf club. So he's retired, but then he does pro bono job for the club. He's the greenkeeper. He's a guy who's in charge of the grounds at Njoro. So he's always at the club. So when we go home, half of the time we'll spend at the golf club, of course, playing. Once we go home again, we're just talking about golf. I know even sometimes my mom sits and just doesn't even say anything, because now he's found in a mix, of guys who are only talking about golf. But then he's happy, because then we are where we are because of the game. So at the end of the day, 90%, it's all about golf.
Fittingly, Wangai would go on and be the best performer in the second round at Vetlab, posting a brilliant score of 6 under par, 66.
I think today I hit the ball very well off the tee, and I was putting so well. And having started on the back 9, it means hole 10 and 11 are really tight holes, so you have to be really steady. And I picked up very well from hole 12, where I had 4 birdies back to back, because I could hit the fairway, hit the green, and hold the putt. I've been playing other tournaments, of course, SDT and the Equator Tour. I've been shooting rounds of under par, but then I'm not able probably to get it to the top to be able to win.
Joroge Kifogo joined Wangai at the summit after a blemish-free round of 67.
I actually hit the ball quite well, so I was hitting a lot of greens, and I was really being quite conservative to conserve my energy also. So yeah, I was just hitting greens and hit the ball well today.
One of the hallmarks of the Sunshine Development Tour East Africa swing is inclusivity. Everyone is welcome to compete in the tour, whether you are a pro, an amateur, a lady, or even a person living with disability.
I started golf when I was a kid, courtesy of my father when I was 12 years. And interestingly, I started golf using the wood sticks, and that's how I got a developed interest in golf. This is the third time I'm playing the Sunshine Tournament. The other time was Ruiru, and now we are here. I have learned a lot of lessons because now through this participation, it's preparing me for the Deaf Olympics. I encounter a lot of challenges because now when it comes to communication with the referee, it's normally a problem. Again, communication with my caddy, sometimes it's a problem. Unlike with my competitor, we just write, but there's a communication barrier between my coach and my caddy most of the times. Representing Kenya for the first time indeed was, I felt very proud of myself, and the competitors were of high caliber, and being present really felt nice. I was proud, and I've also participated in Kenya Open, even in South Africa during the youth tournament. I've played in South Africa. Even in the Olympics, I participated, and later on managed to get a bronze medal. I'm learning a lot every day, and representing the country really makes me very confident. I won't relent. I'll work very hard and continue training until now where I am. I'm ready through this Sunshine Tournament. There's a lot of games that I've played, and I'm ready for the Olympics. And this time around, I'm really optimistic and ready to go for the gold medal.
The final round was a Kenya versus Rwanda battle as Celestine Sazuera and Njoroge Kefogo fought for the honors. Njoroge overcame a poor start, rallying on the back nine to register a two-shot victory and clinch his third title of the series.
Coming in off a playoff loss in the last SDT, I feel happy to just get it across the line this time, and I'm just grateful. Going into hole number 12, I knew we were 2 behind. I needed to get 2 back and birdie 12 and 13. And then from there on, I just knew I just needed to maybe make 1 or 2 birdies coming in, and hopefully something happens in front. And going into 18, I knew I was 2 ahead, so all I had to do was make par. And yeah, that was basically the mindset going into the back nine.
CJ Wangai finished second overall after a final round of 71 for a total score of 8 under.
I think before you win, you have to be third, you have to be second. The next goal now is to win. On the first 9, I was very conservative, but then it reached somewhere on the back 9. I decided, let me just chase. And because, in fact, I was telling Njoroge as we were playing, I'm a chasing guy. I'm a go-for-it guy. So when I play conservatively, I don't score. Now at one point, I said, no, let me be who I am. And that's how I was able to come back.
Rwanda's Celestine Sazuera ended up in third place after 2 bogeys in the last 3 holes put paid to his hopes of winning the tournament.
My game plan was okay today since I started. Just get some frustrated on number 16 where just came off where I don't know how it came. Just missed a shot on tee shots where I made a bogey. I keep trying on 17. I get past 18, I made another mistakes, hit bogey, which makes me lose some 2 shots of the lead. Yeah, that's what makes me lose the tournament of the day.
Michael Karanga was the top placed amateur in 5th place.
Playing with the pros, I get more challenged, and it gives me some opportunity to play good golf, because now you are competing with the best of the country. So it's a good challenge for us, and even this tour for giving us this opportunity to come and compete with the professionals, the same tournament.
After the drama of Vetlab, the series would move to Limuru, one of the most scenic golf courses in Africa. Found in the Central Highlands, it's another piece of history that highlights the legacy of the colonial rule.
The current location, we started in 1945. And previously it was around Brackenhurst, where it was done, I think, 1942. And since then, it's been, I guess, history took over the rest.
I joined this club in 1975, actually, but didn't start playing seriously until 1976. It was a club with a lot of non-Africans. There were only about 20 or so Africans at that time. And it was a very, very vibrant place. Although, of course, issues of how people would relate and mix and so on and so forth were always there. So it was quite a balancing act, how people acted and behaved and so on. The climate condition is actually very, very special. Our high ground here, huge panoramic outlook and so on. It makes this a place to run to when everybody else is having all sorts of complications.
We are very lucky to have had very many imported trees, exotic trees. We also have a very, very wide range of indigenous trees. I believe we have, they're called the colobus monkeys, which are almost extinct, but we have a family of them here. We have a bit of antelopes now on the coast. So Limuru Country Club is a special place.
The Central Highlands lived up to their reputation as heavy rains saw play briefly suspended on the opening day of Betika Masters at Limuru. Afterwards, Greg Snow mastered the tough weather conditions to card an impressive 6 under par, 66.
Thought I played really well, give myself plenty of chances out there. Felt like I left a few out there as well coming in. But in terms of that, yeah, complete control of my golf game, disciplined out there, and good start again. I just managed my time well, a couple of delays that we had, but in terms of that, I just focused on what I needed to do. I felt like I woke up feeling good this morning. I knew that I have a low one in me, and I just stuck to my game plan and executed this afternoon.
Amateur Michael Karanga and veteran Dismas Indiza are joint second on 5 under.
Today I played one of my best golf. Despite the weather, I started well, but I departed first 3 holes. But here I am with 5 under, very happy with myself, and will keep pushing tomorrow. Today I think the course was in good shape. First of all, I hit more greens, played very well. I was hitting green on regulation, making pars and up and down pars first 9, but second 9 I had to give myself birdie chances, and they started dropping. Yeah.
CJ Wangai, John Karisho and Celestine Sazuera are in a 3-way tie for 4th, 3 shots off the lead.
Things started getting worse because there was rain, there was wind, and all that, but I stayed steady, I stayed calm. Despite me having 2-3 putts, I still managed to finish 3 under. So I know it was a tough day out there, but I'm happy with the score. 3 under is a good score for such conditions.
There was great news for local golfers who are all competing in the Sunshine Development Tour East Africa Swing, with news that it would be used as one of the ways to qualify for the magical Kenya Open, which means now the golfers not only do they get to prepare better for the magical Kenya Open, but they also get a clear pathway to qualify for the prestigious event.
This is actually the 8th event, and you've seen that we always had a field of 50 to 80 pros every time. So we compared to when we had the Kenya Open, they would only get about 20 of them getting an opportunity. So we've created this opportunity for them to play. and because it's continuous, it was only natural to get into an arrangement with the Kenya Golf Limited to use this also as a way of gauging those who then qualify for the slots that we actually get at the DP World Tour.
We had a look at the setup that the SDT has, and it is precisely what we as Kenya Open Golf Limited had wanted with the Safari Tour. It is basically played on courses that have been vetted. The event has got referees setting up, and the same referees that have been trained to referee in the Magical Kenya Open. So the standards of the setting up of the course and of the refereeing on the course is exactly what we would expect to see in the Safari Tour. So put all this together, it means that when the players play on this particular SDT, they're playing on a setup and to standards equivalent to what we would like for the Magical Kenya Open. And that therefore means that for the Kenya Open Golf Limited, depending on which way we are going to sort of select players, we will then use the points that are being earned by players in the Sunshine Development Tour. So it means that we as the Magical Kenya Open do not have to organize another event to qualify players, right? But to use what has happened within the Sunshine Development Tour as a qualification for that group of players who are coming to play in the Magical Kenya Open.
Giving Kenyan golfers that opportunity to compete on an international stage, I think that's where we want to go and give more and more golfers that opportunity to get to the international level. I mean, if someone discovers their golf talent through Betika, then we will have achieved our objective as Betika community.
Snow extended his lead after another commanding display in the second round. Starting the day atop the leaderboard, Snow picked up where he had left off with a score of 67, which saw him open a 6-shot lead on a total score of 11 under.
Yeah, pleasing. Again, hit the ball well. Plenty of greens in the first 9. Turned 3 under, got off to a fast start again. First 3 holes I made 3 birdies. But in terms of that, yeah, it's been, like I said, just good ball striking all in all. It's been good. Limited the mistakes, given myself a lot of opportunities for birdies, and I've taken advantage of that.
Dennis Saikwa produced a solid second round of 2 under par 70 to make the cut for the very first time in the series.
Today I was just calm. I just said, you have done this for many years, just take it easy and everything will be fine. Today is the day which I can remember after a very long time of trying to make the cut. Everything was going wrong, but I think the tour has grown me to the point that I'm able now to climb to the podium.
Going into the final day, the question was whether Snow would hold his nerve and claim his maiden win in the series. It was a nerve-wracking final round for him as he saw his overnight lead disappear after a tough start, but he turned it round with a birdie on the 15th before finishing off with an eagle on the 18th for a 3-stroke victory.
I was thinking to myself, I'm like, you can't blow a 6-shot lead. You can't do that. I'm not that type of player. Made hard work of it today. But in terms of that, yeah, I played well all week. I think I deserve to win this tournament. Stuck in there, grinded out today. Wasn't the best day. Started off really shaky. But in terms of that, yeah, I'm really, really pleased. Let's get it over and done with.
At 2 years old, he was very active. He was running about. So we could see he's a sportsman. But he was all-rounded, even in school. So when he finished his school, we asked him, what do you want to be? Most he was a football and golf.
I thought golf was something that I enjoyed more than I did football. I actually enjoy an individual sport compared to a team sport. And yeah, and I kept winning events when I was young, and I had the choice of choosing between the two, and I decided to go with golf.
When he was 6, on a Sunday morning, we used to go with 2 uncles to Kiambu. I was a member there in those days, Tambu Club. And that's when he started playing. And of course, he progressed from there. And just out of interest on that factor, that's why I think, if I may give some of these members of clubs whose children are interested, please support them.
Yeah, a lot of sacrifice. Wanted new golf clubs, I'll get them. Wanted balls, I'll get them. So I was pretty spoiled, to be honest, when I was a little bit younger. But yeah, I appreciate everything they've done for me so far. Can't thank them enough. But yeah, it's paying off slowly.
It's wonderful when he plays well, and you know, with this game, golf, they don't always play well every day. It's not that this type of game, it's a difficult game to do that consistently. And you know, you get the highs and lows, and we have to suffer that.
Watching him play is a joy to me, whether he's making cut or not. You know, as a mother, you still feel sorry, but you don't have to show him the emotional. You have to stay strong to show him you're doing well, you can make it. So it's a joy.
No, it's good. It's good support to come out. A bit of pressure, but it's nice to have them walking around. They enjoy it themselves. My dad likes walking around. He used to be a golfer himself. But yeah, it's really, you really fight and you want him to do the best for them.